start with you. Mr. FRODE HAUGLAND,
Yes.
Not your first rodeo here, mate.
No.
Back in Arm Wars, kind of your spiritual home. You've been here forever. And in all that time, you've never faced this man.
Not fresh. We faced in rounds 2.
After you both
After-
faced multiple opponents, I believe, at that time.
Yeah.
But fresh for fresh, first time you guys... Have you ever met in competition before, outside of Arm Wars?
No. I guess he started after I quit competitions.
Yeah, that's it, you're old now.
Yeah.
So tell me what you know about Philip. Is he a guy you've had your eye on? You've seen him here in Arm Wars before?
Yes, I've seen him quite a few times there. He's been impressive, and I've felt his hand and his technique, and I kind of know what's coming. So yeah, I hope I can stop him.
Now, same question to you really, Philip. Obviously, you've had more than enough opportunity to watch exactly where FRODE's strengths and weaknesses are. And it's fair to say, since arriving here in the Arm Wars Super Series, you've pulled some pretty severe competition, particularly here in the dark card. One of the guys I wanted to focus on who you pulled is Bogdan Stoica, who FRODE had an absolutely unbelievable right and left matchup with at the reality check. Do you draw anything from that? Do you take anything from that? Or do you see this as an entirely different thing?
I draw something from it, but I think our match is completely different. Stylistically, it's a little different, and I think that will make a big difference. And also I know I can't take much from when we met, but even in that match, it was visible that our styles collide a little different than Bogdan with FRODE. Mm-hmm. So I think, well, I hope it will be a war, but I don't think it will be. Our styles just don't stop in the middle. I don't think that will happen. I think we'll fight somewhere in the center, and whoever takes control there will win. But also, I know FRODE is master of stopping and bringing people back in, so the war may happen, but I will try to just sweep in as fast as I can, as strong as I can, and finish it quickly.
Now, we know that in the past matches that we've seen you have, you tend to favour the strap. You've been looking for the strap with Tom Holland, for example, which was a back and forth battle, fantastic battle, went to the silver bullet. You were looking for the strap throughout. Yet we know that FRODE thrives in the strap.
Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking go in. Let's fucking go in there.
You'd like to see
Yeah.
Okay, so I wondered whether this would change the game a little bit with FRODE, because he doesn't mind about his hand and wrist so much, and I guess that you're not going to be challenging his hand and wrist much. You know.
Well, I may try. I can't tell all the secrets, but we'll see.
Do you have a lot of top roll for people who don't know you? They're familiar with the press. They're familiar with you looking for that.
I have some top roll. It's not at the level of my press for sure. I would be lying if I said it's there, but my top roll is good. It's just, if I face guys like Mindaugas Tarasaitis, there is the difference is visible, I guess. So,
without giving too much game plan away, do you fear the hook with this man? Are you concerned about FRODE's power?
Now I don't want to sound disrespectfully, but I don't feel like I don't fear anybody's hook or anything. Like if I'm gonna steal a quote, but if somebody breathes oxygen, he's beatable. So I don't fear any man, any technique. There is always a way to beat somebody. It's just a matter of time and how many tries I have till I find that spot that I have to hit.
Where do you think his biggest strengths lie? Where do you think the biggest threat from Philip is coming?
It's his quick press.
It's a speed, really, more than. Do you think you're the stronger man in the match?
I don't know. Maybe not. But hopefully it's close. So if I can stop him, I can.
What about versatility, FRODE? Do you think you're more versatile than Philip? A lot of people will expect they know exactly where FRODE's going to go in a hook, exactly where Philip's going to go in a press. It can't possibly go anywhere else. Is that an accurate reflection, or do you feel like this is more of a dynamic match than people possibly expect?
I think it's more dynamic than that. will end up. He will have his chance to press. I will hopefully catch him or even beat him in the start, and we'll see. And I think we have to adapt from there.
Let's talk about Bogdan Stoica and the Bogdan Stoica match. That was an epic encounter at the Arm Wars reality check. We just returned to the Super Series for the first time, big live show. You pulled Bogdan, both matches, right and left, went to the silver bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was a very dynamic match. You were forced to go pretty much everywhere and anywhere to get the win. Do you feel like that was a harder match than the one you're going into now? Or do you feel like Philip brings a bigger threat?
I don't know. I actually haven't seen his match with Bogdan.
Don't watch it.
You lost? Okay, good. So, no, I feared Bogdan more because of his wildness on the table. You never know where
he's coming.
No,
okay. And yet he does love to press.
And he's a bigger man.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm expecting him to be stronger, but you never know.
When did Philip first come on your radar? Was he a guy that you sort of knew you would face one-on-one? Because that's the big thing. This is not a battleground. You guys are going in fresh. First time you ever met in that capacity. Mm-hmm. Do you think your super match experience, the fact that you've been here so often and you know exactly how this goes from a strategic perspective, we've seen you give people rope in order to bleed them. Do you feel like that experience is going to count here or not for so much?
I'm not sure because he's young and fearless, you know.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, worst.
Worst.
And I'm getting old and yeah.
Yeah, it's bad that. Yeah. I've had that. It's terrible. Yeah.
Just
for everybody, how old are you now, mate?
36.
Oh, you'll be dead in a bit.
Yeah.
Those are the best years, man.
It won't be long. You'll be dead. But it's all right. I'll be dead sooner than that, so don't worry too much. You won't have to miss me at least. How old are you, Philip?
27.
Yeah, wanker. Yes.
He's in his best.
Yeah, no need for that, is there? Absolutely terrible. So realistically, you're getting, if you slap him about, you're getting like the prime version of FILIP HRITZ.
Yeah.
Nobody will have pulled a stronger FILIP HRITZ.
No, that's true.
Than you.
Hopefully. True. Yeah.
Now another puzzling thing, just for everybody in the chat and watching at home, how do you say your name?
How do I say my name?
Yeah.
FILIP HRITZ.
That's the one.
He actually puts more of an F on it.
Yeah.
I fucked it up on purpose.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, oh.
See, ladies and gentlemen, well, I'm the intelligent part of the Arm Wars duo. As, that went straight over, mind you, to be fair to James, he may die.
Most things are going over my head.
Yeah, he may die at this point in time. Now, getting back onto serious topics of conversation, this is quite a big pressure match because you're in an event that's going to catch a lot of eyeballs. We know that the headliner here is Devon Larratt, Georgi Svetkov. We expect that a massive amount of people are going to be tuning into the dark card to see that. Are you aware of that? Does that even go through your head, or are you just in your little box and it's all about you guys?
I don't think about it now. Mm-hmm. I've been there so many times, and I used to be on Eurosport.
Yes.
And if you start to think about how many watches your matches, you get distracted.
Do you care these days about the win or the loss, FRODE, or are you just more bothered about the performance more than anything else?
I care more about having a good war, having fun. Win or lose doesn't matter. If I finish the match and I feel like I've done all I can and had a war, I'm happy.
Now you said obviously you're not looking for a war at all.
I'm looking for a war, but it's a more subtle war, I guess, to finish it as fast as possible.
Now, do you think you can finish this guy?
I will certainly try. Quick? I will try. If I can, then it will be war that you want to see. But
does anything concern you about FRODE?
So that's what I'm saying. He's known for having infinite stamina. He can stop it anywhere. He can lose rotation, wrist, bicep, everything, and he can still pull it back and win. So that's why I focus more on finishing it quickly, taking what he needs in the beginning and just pressing it, or not just pressing it, but finishing to the pad, right? So that's why I'm saying in that way. But on the other note, I fully agree with what he said, because I think that's more dangerous. How to say it? More dangerous state of mind for competition. If he was thinking about the other competitors and just thinking about the win, I think it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I think the guy is much more dangerous when he doesn't care about winning or losing. He just go there to have a war and to enjoy the fucking fight.
Do you think you could hook with him? If you blast your breast and it stops,
and I may try.
Interesting. Very interesting. And let's talk about stamina. Let's talk about endurance, because you're probably widely perceived as being the drag car. You're the guy that's just going to go blasting in there, and if you don't get the pin, then you may be in trouble. Do you see yourself a little like that? Are you mostly fast twitch dominant and don't have the longevity?
If I would have to judge me, I would put myself somewhere in the middle, because I can be fast when I want, but I think my stamina is really, really good. But in the armor especially, I never had a chance to showcase it. Because usually the matches are for me, because usually when the match stops for me, I'm always good.
Yeah.
But here, the caliber of the opponents, it's pretty fucking high, and it didn't go in my way when the match stopped. So I have to try to be as fast as possible. But other than that, I think my stamina is good.
To be fair to you also, Philip, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Because, sorry, Philip. To be fair, Tom Holland was looking to put you to death quick. I mean, it was just bam, everything was blistering quick. And Bogdan, my God, he's known for that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he's going for. So it's fair to say your opponents were also fast finishers. Do you think in the future, as you start to get into matches with guys who are a little bit longer stayers, maybe we'd see a match with someone like a Elliot Eccles, for example, that kind of opponent, we might see more of the long game from you?
Hopefully. We'll see what the future brings.
What is your longest match to date?
Ooh, I had a long match, over 2-minute matches.
In a hook?
Yeah.
Ooh, right. Okay. Who was that with?
One that comes to mind is in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
The one Brazilian champion come over from a higher weight class, and we had like a really, really hook battle. That might be maybe over 2 minutes.
Jesus.
So yeah, I can't think of a name right now, but yeah, I had some long matches.
What is your longest? That's 2 weeks.
Close.
Yeah. And then there's been some. What is the longest ever Relentless FRODE HAUGLAND match that you know of?
I'm not sure. Maybe with Martin Zanga.
Ah, yeah, the lefty.
Yeah.
With Zanger that was in Germany, wasn't it?
What was that? 15 minutes?
I don't know. That's a long.
Is that match or round?
Oh, the individual rounds were
rounds,
getting into 3-4 minutes, I think.
Because Philip does have a lot of long matches anyway.
Philip
has a lot of long matches anyway, because he won't go unless he's got everything that he wants. So his matches are always long, regardless.
On the setup.
Well, I try.
Yeah. So we're talking 20-minute setup. 0.0007.
So one referee once told me you're worse to set up than Devon Larratt. So I take that.
Who told you that? Which way?
I don't remember, but somebody told that to me, and I take that as a compliment.
I'll have a shit T-shirt printed. Yes, because as we all know, Devon takes more abuse for setups probably than any arm wrestler. And ironically, in the last matchup, I think he was relatively straight. You know, he was getting a little bit screwed on the setup.
You know what? Ironically, I also think that I'm trying to be fair. Like, I always ask for ref script. I never try to like take any advantage. I just hate when the opponent takes advantage and then I fight it.
Like
so
FRODE, because FRODE is actually an anagram of the word filth. I think. But have you ever been fouled out in a setup? Because you are one of the fairest guys in the game.
I've been fouled out once by
a bastard.
Carlson, Andreas.
What about Anders Carlson?
Anders Carlson.
Yeah, does he hate you?
That was one of my first international competitions. It was a rough grip. My pinky, when he put it down, it was on top of this finger, and I put it down like this, and he fell me up.
Cool.
So
The dress you can't move, so
yeah,
you took a big advantage there.
I just squeezed.
You need to watch for that, some angle.
Yeah.
The pinky wrap is a lesser known but lethal technique developed by...
We can go to Revsky Berry round, I don't care.
I'd rather
I would
not.
prefer that.
What about starting in straps?
You see, this is what people say that I cheated in the setup or that I'm trying to like fuck something up, but I always ask for the revs grip and the opponent doesn't want it. So there is the proof that I'm just trying to start fair.
Either that or you paid the ref. One of those two.
One of those two. We can talk
but
about
you
that.
will not start unless it's a ref grip. You will just...
Sometimes I do, but when the opponent is really high, because usually people see me because I'm mostly presser, right? If I try to somehow, you can see that I'm trying to set up the press, right? But when somebody's stopper, for example, he's fucking up here, nobody can see it, but I feel it, right? So I ask for the revs grip, yeah. But everybody just see me like I'm trying to push the elbow or something.
Should have less of a problem, you would think. Certainly, you would think with Frode than you've had with Tom or capacity, because
in that way I feel like Frode is like a, this is gonna sound weird, but like good sportsmanship, because the other guys were also good sportsmen, but he isn't as much of problem to set up with, I guess.
Yeah, and catch style as well. More of a catch, more of a defensive counter arm wrestler than Tom, who's extremely attack focused. For example, Ray Lightbinge, much more of a catch arm wrestler, whereas Bogdan, Tom, 100% A-side arm wrestler. So you should have more opportunity. Do you think that will change the setup? Do you think we might see a new, fairer Hilip?
I'm always fair, my man. I don't know what you're talking about. No, the setup will be... I mean, it changes. If the first round doesn't go as I wanted, I will change something. If the second down, and I will go down and I will find a way. Eventually, I will find a way. I find the setup. I find the lane. It's just the matter of tries and how fast I can get there. If it's the first one, that's perfect.
Are you guys going to start with a left arm match or a right arm match?
I don't care. We can flip a coin for it or something.
Which is your preference, individually?
Which one is your better one?
It changes, so I don't know.
What's now?
What, does it change like in an hourly cycle?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, left got more options than right at the moment.
The moon's in Libra tomorrow. Is that how
Then let's do left first.
Okay, we'll do left.
You learned something there, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, the evolving form of FRODE HAUGLAND. We're probably going to see. We're going to go left arm first, which is quite good because I think that the left arm battleground is set to go first with the lighter weight categories as well, so it works in well. And the last question I want to come to in that regard is, which do you feel most confident on, the left or the right arm?
Probably right.
Oh, let's put a bit of a precursor in that. Level, right arm, left arm for you generally? Are you very balanced, or are you dominant one side?
My right arm is stronger, for sure. Much stronger. If we talk about the numbers, my right arm is stronger, but the left is more versatile, I guess. More intelligent, yeah.
So are you naturally left-handed?
No.
You would right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What are you most confident in here?
Well, I'm in the same situation as him. Right arm is usually stronger. Left got more options.
And speed sometimes, I think.
Speed, yeah.
Yeah, you're a little bit like Devon in that respect. You do tend to have a little bit quicker hit attack, it seems. Or it's a confidence thing, you tell me.
Well, it's... I don't want to be catching too low on the left. In right, I can catch it down here.
Have you got any preference, or in terms of your confidence, do you feel more confident on either arm against Philip from what you've seen from him?
No. It's
either way, balance.
Either way, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a match in prospect. Relentless FRODE HAUGLAND and Philip Tits will go head to head here on Wolf's Down Card 3. just as I was closing it up there,
We can end it there,
James
so we can also
was
pick it up.
holding a coin at me. Now I thought, number one, he thought I'm an extremely cheap and quite fat prostitute, or it was the coin toss, and I'm going to go for the latter. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Philip Tits goes heads.
Is this left or right hand?
Right hand. And it is.
So I'm taking on the right arm,
Right arm.
left side.
Okay. Left arm. Which do you want to call it?
Heads.
Oh, okay. Philip Hritz wins both of the tosses.
A good start.
Same. It looks really against you.
Do you care about the strap size? No, then I take the better one again. If you said you care,
Yeah,
I would give you the one.
I feel
Look
more
at that
confident
sportsmanship,
on the bad side, so
You what?
I like the bad side more.
Okay, then I take the two good sides. then.
Both
Yeah.
times, good side. No leniency whatsoever, no mercy.
No,
You might be over.
he's just pretending. I know how strong he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a matching prospect. Arm Wars Dark Card 3. Philip Hritz, FRODE HAUGLAND. It's on. Who have you got?